You
Jets
going
game.
live? Oh, that didn't work.
Welcome to the AFC East by NAFCo. I'm Kerry Whiteback, with me is Elizabeth Miller and Paul Garretson. So we have had some technological advances for the show here, but not as far as I'd like to show. However, I do enjoy the voice changers through the stream deck, which, boy, would that be a nice sponsorship to get. I'm doing real go stream deck heavily. I have a fully worked out, but man, can I do some things like that? We didn't know crap like that with it right there. And Spiro, my voice. How are you all doing? I hope you guys didn't catch a cold the way I did.
Well, I'm happy that we have Perry White on.
Yeah.
Perry White. Perry White.
Works.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Sing for us.
God.
Well, I don't know if I could sing, but I think I can give you a nice.
How about Chef's? What's that? Blue balls or something like that? He sings some.
The white chocolate salty balls.
Salty balls. Yes.
You are a little hard to understand there, sir. Just saying.
Yeah, sorry. The thing is always so perfect.
It's a little creepy.
It's an AI. Yeah, well, I mean, the stream noise isn't too far off. There's speeches that I can give, but it's where I give powerful moments of reasons for why our show, for instance, our show will be continuing on here without our fallen soldier, Jeffrey Carey. Sorry to see you leave and step down from the show, but I believe that the three of us can persevere, and we're going to continue making entertaining products and see ourselves move forward into the sphere of Smart Talk Radio greatness.
Is it Joyce Scott?
The what? Joyce Scott?
What do you mean?
It's like Patton or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. I liked it, man. Awesome.
But even now, when I go natural, I can pitch my voice down 3%, so I sound just a little manlier.
Okay, then.
3% matters.
Radio for you. That's radio tricks for you right there.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you guys there? So I mean, the Patriots are feeling pretty good due to our loss, right? Right. I mean, due to our win. Sorry, due to our win and the Miami loss, we're now in the playoffs. I'm digging that. That's a big news update. Paul, with the Bills down there, what a mess going on. I mean, we will have to discuss that at some point here later on in the show, but I think pretty much the entire internet knows what I'm talking about without me even saying the words of Mar Hamlin. Liz.
What?
How about them Jets? Greg Zuerlein actually had a pretty good performance, I'd say.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we didn't show up for that game, and Mike White right now is playing very similar to our Zach Wilson, and inexperienced, young, and nerves. I don't know what took over him on that game, but it was a debacle, and that's all right. We'll get him next year. We're gonna beat Miami next week, or this weekend, I should say, and yeah, I think we have a lot of work to do for next year, but we've got an awesome defense. Our O-line is going to be healthy, and yeah, that's about it.
Well, if you pick up Rodgers,
yeah. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know if he'd be the key either. He's like 107, right? So it's like having another Flacco. But you know what? To have somebody like him on a team to coach Zach and or mentor, I should say, Zach and Mike White and Strebler and the other quarterbacks that we have, and just I think he would be a good fit in that aspect to mentor them. But
Liz,
I'm sorry, guys. I'm so not into. Especially after that horrific loss and not being in the playoffs. But football is just like taking a back burner to me. I'm a mom first and foremost over anything. And last night really affected me.
I'm sorry, but your team scared the shit out of me this year, and you beat me. No, you did.
We started out strong, and
Yeah.
we played well, and we had potential, and we still have tremendous potential. I'll never give up on my team. I've been a fan for 50 years, and I taken the good with the bad and a lot of bad, but I'm never negative on them. I always see the good part of it, but like I said, just the last 24 hours messed me up. But
I'm
my
sorry.
team is
You're Buffalo Bills 2 years ago, and that's what you are.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're building, and you're going forward in the right direction. I mean, that's great, and your coach is a good coach.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I got to show you what I had on all day at work today under my uniform and everything.
Okay.
I've got my Choose Love shirt.
Oh, wow.
Because
Wow.
I purchased that up in Buffalo when I was up there, and it was for the victims of the shooting up there at the supermarket, and all the money raised for the sale of the shirts went to them. But
that's fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah,
Buffalo too. Yeah.
Everybody's been a Buffalo fan these last 24 hours, or how many hours since that horrific incident. But anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of photography. I got it. 1 second. 1 second.
Don't show it.
Now I can speak. So, okay. So there was a lot of photography of the people over at the Cincinnati hospital. It was Cincinnati Bengals jerseys, holding candle lights in front of the emergency room down there. So you're very much right. I mean, it is the typical story. It is a typical story, but it shows you the heart of the NFL fan base, that we recognize that these are effectively our modern day gladiators that go out there and put their lives on the line to play it. It's not lions that we put them against because it's humane, because it's against other humans. So, okay, it's human energy versus human energy.
Well, we do play Detroit. So.
Oh, the Detroit. Okay, so yeah, barring the Detroit Lions, the Detroit Human Lions. I guess now we gotta. It's kind of like the Chicago Human Babies on the BoJack Horseman show. Instead of the Cubs, ha ha ha. Okay, but it's that high intensity of the sport. It's we know this can happen. We all do, and then it finally does. And this one was a freak accident because they're saying, it's this disorder where they hit the heart immediately, and so. As far as, or hit the heart right in a certain 20 millisecond window can actually cause it to go into an arrhythmia. And that's kind of what, and then cardiac arrest. And that's really what they're saying happened. Yeah.
It happens all the time. Happens kids in lacrosse, happens kids in baseball, happens kids in softball. It happens in sports. That's what it is. It's a violent game. And all these are game. When you're getting hit, it happens. And it's just a shame. It really is.
Do you think it would have happened as bad?
At this point, we're just covering this game, guys. Go on. Yeah. I said at this point, let's just call it covering this game, guys. Go on.
Yeah.
The shoulder pads have, they've raised them up. Now they don't even look like they're really wearing shoulder pads as much as they used to. I mean, you think if they kept that chest protector a little lower, a little tighter, the way it used to be, that it would have been as bad. Maybe they need to go back to that.
Well, it's a little bit of, they're just trying to protect everybody as they can. It was a little bit of a helmet hit too, if you saw that. Well, I heard that. I just couldn't see it again.
I didn't watch it once yet. I wasn't watching it when it happened, and I can't watch it until I know he's okay.
Yeah. So I'm with you on that. So anyway, we'll figure it all out in the end. We'll talk about. Really, it's been talked about too much.
I want to at least talk to this point that the game is the current state of the game per the NFL for Roger Goodell is that it's suspended right now in the state of suspension, and that they've ruled out playing the game this week, and that's in the information below us. And so that's where we're at there. The game isn't official right now. They do actually plan to actually play the rest of this game at some point, but they're still TBD as far as when they're going to work that out, basically. And that's where they're at. And they might get canceled. It might get canceled. They're just not there yet. So I just wanted to explain that's where the NFL's headspace is.
I've been on the Buffalo media all day and everything else, and Roger Goodell. There's two options. The option is to eliminate the Super Bowl weekend with the space between the week, where we make 19 weeks versus 18 weeks, or just cancel the game because they're Buffalo's division winner. They're already going to the playoffs. Okay, they don't get the number 1 seed. Cincinnati's still in the playoffs. Well, Buffalo could win. Buffalo could get the number 1 seed if Oakland Raiders beat Kansas City Raiders next weekend. So that's just 2 games. But what really is screwing things up is that if New England wins on Sunday, that can change your hopes too. And your position in the playoffs. Because Buffalo's not focused. Stop smiling, asshole.
Me? Well, yeah, sorry. It's honestly, for me, it's a lot that has to do with my fucking smile is more about all this software I'm getting used to.
Okay.
I'm being honest.
Okay. Geek.
Yeah, that's why I'm having a hard time not smiling. It's mostly because of that. Ooh, is that
That's Murphy.
Murphy,
Hey,
okay,
Murphy.
not the.
Oh
yeah, David, right?
What's that?
After David.
Yes, correct. After David Murphy, former New York Mets second baseman. I
Second.
thought that it would be a good idea since I was out all day to hang up here with the dogs, but it's obviously not such a good idea.
Liz, I just called Perry geek. I'm just calling you a geek also. So
Thank you.
Yeah, I know. It's a geek in the right places.
okay.
You're a geek.
That's what it requires, though, to be on something like this. You have to have people that are passionate enough that they're a geek about the subject. I'm a geek about production. And the Patriots. You're a geek about the Jets and the Mets. Paul's a geek about the Sabres and the Bills.
Yes.
I don't know if you're really a Sabres geek. I don't really see you doing that, but that's because you don't really invite me over for.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well,
They're doing great.
Well, and I was actually at your house this week, actually, and that was a good time I had over at the Bills' house there, the Bills' hideout, the laboratory, as I've deemed it now,
Yes.
Paul's laboratory, and we had Miami at New England on, and that was a good game. It was a good game to watch. It was tight. 2-point difference here, and now both teams are 8-8. New England's in the playoffs because now they win the head-to-head versus Miami.
Well, you had the buffalo chicken there. It was pretty good, wasn't
The buffalo chicken was great. Yep. Paul does the thing where he mixes the really hot buffalo sauce with the medium stuff, and it kind of gives you this in-between flavor. It's some good stuff. Good old Cabot cheese, too, which I realized. Yeah.
Colin came over too. It was pretty cool.
I know. So we had a good time. Yep. Yeah. Mr. Colin there, who will not be seeing this because he never touches the internet, as he says.
Yeah.
So we got to get him to load us up on Pandora. I'm pretty sure we're on Pandora actually. So we got to get him on our Pandora. That's the one thing he uses. So let's make sure that happens. But Miami though. But to talk about the game more, it was a game where it doesn't make you feel good as a Patriots fan that we were able to win this game. It makes you feel good we won it. Okay, sure. Okay, don't get me wrong. However, the way we won it because they were on their third string quarterback for Miami. Teddy Bridgewater came out, I believe, concussion protocol, and so now you got your 1 and 2 quarterback out of Miami messed up, and then oh man, I got to bring up They had that's wrong. Well, Skylar Thompson. They had Skylar Thompson. One brain fart there. Skylar Thompson was on the it was on the field for the majority of this actually the entire second half of the game. So because it was at the end of the second quarter that Bridgewater came out. So with running off a third string quarterback, that was pretty unfortunate. For Miami. However, it's looking like, I mean, it takes a while to get off a concussion protocol. So you're looking at a Miami team that is going to be struggling to come out for the next week, basically. Like they're or as far, yeah, I mean, they're going to be struggling coming out next week against the Jets, which we'll talk about later, because they're down to the third string quarterback, and that's mostly what this game came down to. I felt like, but they only lost by 2 points so this tells you something about how powerful the Miami offense still is, but it also tells you that the Patriots, okay, sure, now we've got a route to the playoffs. We have potential ways to make the playoffs. That's fantastic, but you run into us being kind of weak, really, because we're only beating a team that's on their third string quarterback to get there. So is that a good sign? Not totally. It's just a good sign that we're making a playoff berth. It doesn't mean that we're going to go anywhere in the playoffs. I expect us to be in the playoffs and lose to the Chiefs in the first round of the playoffs.
I expect that too.
Yes, and I'm a realist here. But that's my thoughts on there. When you can only get the job done at home against Miami, against the majority of the game being played by a third string quarterback, and you win by 2 points.
Yeah.
And that's with Belichick's defense. Belichick's defense is clicking. So
doesn't give you a warm fuzzy feeling, does it?
No.
I've had that feeling.
Yes, exactly. You see where I'm going at.
Fuzzy at all lately, but
well, let's talk about that cold, clammy game up in Seattle that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say, Paul? Let's let you say what you're going to say.
No. I would feel better of a Jets threat versus a New England threat right now of the talent on both sides of the ball. I don't. Sorry.
You think you'd beat us? You think you'd beat us?
No, I think you can beat. I think you beat New England.
Well, they lost twice already this year. That's the thing, Paul.
No. But I'm just saying.
Sorry, Liz.
No.
But the record is what the record is.
Zip it.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Set up. Okay.
Yeah, this game was not good, and we went into it. I think a lot of us went into it thinking that we were going to do okay, and that Mike White was, he's going to be our savior this week because Zach is out, and now Mike White is the man. And like I said, the nerves and the pressure and being young and he's not as young as Zach, but I just think that he just didn't have it. He just didn't have it at the really wrong time. So it is what it is. What are you going to do? Get him next year. Aaron, maybe we'll get Aaron, and we'll see.
Yeah, now you're hoping for Aaron after you saw Mike White falter, huh?
A little bit. Like I said,
a little bit.
I think he'll be a good mentor for the younger quarterbacks that we have. And
didn't Favre come over to you guys?
Yep.
See, it's sort of the same thing. It worked out for you a little bit, right?
A little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of same thing, huh? Yeah, you're kind of right. I see you're saying you're sort of kind of right there, Paul. Yeah, kind of sort of the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've made that point yet.
Just did.
But yeah, I don't have much else to say about that game. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. Baltimore took a loss in Baltimore with Pittsburgh out there, which doesn't totally surprise you. I mean, you see that record 10-6, but they don't have Lamar Jackson. You got Kenny Pickett playing like the next star, really. Quite frankly, I saw some of this game myself, and Kenny Pickett was on fire much of it. I mean, only 16 points, so how much fire can it be? But he was showing flashes. It's that rookie stuff where he's showing flashes in the pan that look like, man, this guy is going to be something. And so now I'm on the bandwagon. I have flipped bandwagons to be a little bit more pro Steelers right now in the cast after this past week. It took me to week 17 to come around. Paul, you've been back on their bandwagon ever since Watt came back like 6 weeks ago now, and it took me an extra 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, Pickett's their franchise.
What was that, Paul? You were
That's
kind of
good.
yeah, Paul. Can you repeat yourself? You weren't clear.
Pickett's their franchise. Pick franchise quarterback, and that's how it's going to be. I mean,
Yeah, Pickett's going to be their franchise quarterback. That's what you see.
Yeah.
It's obvious right now. At this point in time,
Yeah.
it is.
So,
Yep.
that's all.
He's a nice young talent.
Yep.
And,
Gotcha.
No Jackson, no Baltimore. That's how it goes. So,
right.
what else you guys got? It's like,
Well, I'd like to thank our sponsors from the AFC East by NAFCo, and I'm going to get to this. I'd like to thank our sponsors at the AFCEast.org. That's our website, as well as NAFCo.org, their care organization. West PA Systems, a 21st century electrical contractor. Mall Media Works, a place where filmmakers back hill with in Warren, Pennsylvania. PerryFilm.com. The one-stop shop for all your catering needs. AFC East Fantasy League is the thing I'm going to talk about.
Next, the AFC East Fantasy League is actually doing pretty well right now. We're deep in the, we're deep. We're where we are at in the season. This is the first week, actually, of the second round of the playoffs is where we're at. So we have one more game to go. I'm trying to share a screen here of the actual league scoreboard here. Ta-da. It is here and here. And so the AFC East Fantasy League, for the AFC East by NAFCo, has our winners bracket here. We got Pitt Stairway 7, Jesse Pangallo playing Dave Hudson, losing pretty bad actually to Dave Hudson, and then you have also a decisive win, not as far as a difference, but you do see Nikki Cherry taking a loss to Ryan Ayers here in winners consolation ladder. So our championship bracket really comes down to Dave Hudson though and Jesse Pangallo. So congratulations to the two of you making the championship. And I'd like to
Jeff has a plaque for you.
Okay. Not really, so don't quote them on that. The consolation ladder, though, we got Du Bois Speakerheads taking on a decisive win against Team Hake. That's me, so I'm happy about that. Team Garretson losing to Michael Gaffner by quite a few points. And Jeff Carey just taking a small loss to Team Hake, number 2 there, by literally less than half of 1 point. So that's a tough loss there. Boy, you can't write this stuff, basically. So that's our outlook and update this week for the AFC East Fantasy League.
Yeah.
So around the NFL, any news around the NFL? I mean, most of the NFL news really focuses on the Bills and what we talked about earlier with Damar Hamlin. What else is going around the NFL? Does anybody have anything? Because right now the news feeds are just completely inundated with this one case.
Well, I want to share something. I had a lengthy conversation last week with Kenneth Zor, who is the main guy one step down from Marty Lyons. I don't know if you've heard of Marty Lyons, but Marty Lyons, 11 years with the New York in the NFL with the New York Jets. He was part of the Sack Exchange, and he started a foundation and does charity work for I don't want to say terminally ill children, but it's for very seriously ill children. And he grants wishes. He collects money. He does golf outings. And I'm a new volunteer with their organization. So I'm going to be helping out at all their events and doing everything from mailings to phone calls to getting donations and everything. So the Marty Lyons Foundation is an awesome charity organization, and I'm really looking forward to getting in there with them. Yep, he's in the Hall of Fame, and Marty is part of the Jets Ring of Honor. He's amazing player, defensive tackle, defensive end, and yeah, he has done tremendous work for these children that are so in need of it. And
That's fantastic.
yeah, excited about it. Really excited about it. So thank you.
Well, I'm
Well, I
glad
like
that
to
you
know-
have that going on, or
Yeah.
you know, or that this is going on within the Jets organization. It's that's kind of what I was getting at too, and I can even say too that kind of in that sense though, did we talk? I don't think we discussed the fact that Damar Hamlin's, and we are going back there, but just his charity he has for toys. It's kind of his version of a Toys for Tots like organization, and that has seen over $1 million of donations in the last 24 hours. So
No,
within it was really.
No,
They're up
it's
to
$4 million now. $5 million.
Whoa, I haven't seen the update. Oh, geez.
Yeah. It went from
Yeah.
$2,500 to $5 million.
2,500 was their goal, and yet last night it was like 42,000.
Damar
now-
Hamlin. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Now it's over 4 million.
Oh,
So
is it? I thought it was up to 5. Wow.
5 million?
I
no.
thought so. I thought that's what I heard. Yep.
I'm just, what I'm going for.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, how much is it?
I see 4 on ESPN.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So
Incredible.
let me go here real quick because I actually have it from the horse's mouth. Let's go see and get his actual page here.
Yeah, it's a GoFundMe.
It's right
page.
here. Yeah,
And,
got it.
That's,
Here.
That's
So he's
mafia.
up to 5.688. So 5.6 million. That's the easiest way to put that.
Wow.
So he's really racking it up right now, which not the right way to put that, but shows you the support people give when things happen here in the sport.
Yep.
Yeah.
Incredible.
The other big thing is that Tua is not playing next week. So yeah. So
Yep.
go Patriots. I mean, that's a good thing. Right?
Well, go Jets, I guess. That's a good thing for the Jets mostly, but it's a great thing for the Patriots because if the Jets can take that win, and the Patriots can take a win, then we're in. It's one of the a win and you're in if you're the Patriots. And actually, I would like to actually talk about, since we're around the NFL here, talk about real quick the playoff picture that we have coming up right now.
I'd rather not talk about that. If we could talk about something else.
Well, yeah, we got to show them the reality here, Liz. So right now,
some arts and crafts.
for those of us in reality at the moment that aren't Jets fans, the Chiefs are at number 1 in the division. The Bills 2, in the conference, Bills 2, which is herky jerky because the only reason they're sliding down is because of the non-played game. So that's funky, is what I'll say there. So then you got the Bills 3 again, or Bengals 3.
Hold on a second. There will be an asterisk in the books on that because it's herky jerky, and we'll say herky jerky.
That's the phrasing. Yeah, I hear you. The Los Angeles Chargers at 5, Baltimore Ravens at 6. Now you're in the hunt. So these are also clinches, by the way, all 6. There's only 2 slots available in this conference. And right now you're seeing a 4 slot with the Jaguars not guaranteed at this time. And the 7th slot not guaranteed at this time from the New England Patriots. So woo for the Patriots in there at the rear end of the pack, but in the playoffs. On the bubble, you have the Dolphins at 8, the Steelers 9, Tennessee Titans 11. And you do have the Jets mathematically eliminated there in the 12th spot.
Sorry.
You don't have to bring that up again. We already know that information.
Okay.
Not happy. Can you tell?
Sorry. Yes, I'm sorry.
Moving on to week 18 to save Liz's life here. You can talk about how much that you're likely to actually beat Miami next week due to their quarterback situation in particular. This game's going to be on 1/8 this Sunday, 1 p.m. on Fox. Actually, interestingly enough, usually AFC East games like that would be on CBS, but they are doing Fox. Go on, Liz. Hey, talk about how how much
Yeah.
the Miami's got their third string quarterback out there.
Yeah, we may have ours also. Who knows? I have no clue who they're going to start this weekend. And, you know, this will be the game because of last weekend that, of course, this one's not going to count for anything. But, I mean, it'll help some of you guys. But this will be the game that we dominate and win like 60. Like we'll pull an Ohio State score like 72-0, you know. Just because it's not going to count and it doesn't matter, and that's what's going to happen. But yeah, I think we're going to win Miami. But I say that every week, and I'm confident in my team. And I think we're for the last game of the year for their fans. I think they're going to pull this one out big time.
Well, Liz, I agree with you there. I do. I agree with you. I don't really have too much elaborate to say on that right now myself. Paul, what's your thoughts?
I think your Jets are going to win. They're going to beat Miami because quarterback situation and everything else.
So for pick's sake, we're looking at just a Jets sweep on the show right now, as far as our picks go. So.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. As one pulls up the screen,
they're playing for jobs next year. Yeah.
They're what?
They're playing for jobs.
Yeah.
They're playing for jobs next year.
You know what? I think it would behoove us a little bit if we didn't win this game to get a higher draft pick or a lower draft pick, I should say.
Well,
I know what you're saying. They're tanking. Yeah, tanking.
Middle of the road, so you're not going to get anything great. So there's 3 good quarterbacks in next year's draft. So I think about that too. So
who are you saying?
I hear there's 3 good quarterbacks.
CJ Stroud.
Yes. Yeah.
But you know, we have like 12 quarterbacks now. I mean, I don't think we need any more. We just have to perfect the ones that we have. And we got to get a wide receiver coach, which I wish Wayne Corbett would consider doing, since he was the most awesome wide receiver the Jets have had in a long time. And besides, now we got Garrett. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? There's a lot of things we got to button up and fix and coach.
Well, you got the defense, so you got that covered. So all you need now is just to build around some line and some receivers. So then work on, you're good.
That's it. We're going to work on it.
All right.
Look out next year, you two.
I agree with you, though. No, I do. I mean, this defense has been nasty, especially in the beginning of the year when you guys were not banged up. Things were pretty nasty coming out of New York, honestly. So you see an off season of healing and new acquisitions and these rookies maturing, and I do see them being a playoff team next year.
Yeah. Elijah Vera-Tucker will be back. Breece Hall will be back. You know, Quinnen is a monster. CJ Mosley. I mean, they're all going to be healthy and strong, and it'll be good. It'll be good next year.
You were that close. You were that serious.
What's that, Paul?
And you were scary. I'm proud of you were scary.
Thank you.
You scared me.
Yeah, I agree. We were a force to be reckoned with for a good part of the season, and we'll get there the whole season next year. You watch.
I'm losing hotspot, I think, guys. So.
Well, anyway, let's continue on then to new. Let's cover at least. Let's try to get this one out before we lose you here, Paul. New England at Buffalo on 12-3 or 1-8. Sorry, New England is 8-8. Buffalo 12-3 going into this one. On 1-8, going to be on CBS 1 p.m. And the thing is like I said, New England needs this one. We do, but Buffalo is tough. The Buffalo's tough. I mean, how are they not tough? However, does Buffalo feel like they need it, Paul? I think so, because right now you're out of, the Chiefs have won. You're in second right now.
No. If the Chiefs loses against on Saturday.
They're playing
Against
Saturday.
they're playing Saturday, and they lose that, then we're going to try like freaking hell on Sunday. That's when you're in trouble. But if the Chiefs
Saturday
win,
at 4.
we're already second spot no matter what. We're already division winners. We have enough to play for against your team on Sunday, unless the Chiefs lose against the Raiders on Saturday. So
if they lose to the Raiders, so I'm a Raiders fan this week as a Patriots fan.
yeah, both.
Because if they lose, yeah, I see your point. Yeah, both of us are, because that gives your starters a week off effectively.
I don't need to play the Patriots if they lose. So you know what I'm saying?
And you know what? Not to be a negative Nancy about this, but I really hope that they get their players that really need it. I hope they're counseling them, and I hope that their mind is getting straightened out, because what they witnessed, and I just hope that they get what they need.
We're going to need that. It's going to be tough, but I do believe we're going to beat the Patriots if the Chiefs. How about this? If the Chiefs lose, we'll beat the Patriots. If the Chiefs win, we will not beat the Patriots. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
No, I think you're going to beat them no matter what. But
yeah. Hopefully, hopefully the Jets beat those Dolphins.
Okay.
That's what it comes down to for me. Dolphins win there too. With the Pats loss, I believe actually the Pats are in as well. By the way, just explaining that, and so hoping that's kind of the most likely outcome to me is how that goes, and that's part of why I kind of want Buffalo to be able to kind of take the number 1 slot, so that way the Patriots don't have to see them in the first week just see them this week, and then the following week in the wild card weekend would be actually kind of annoying.
Well, also playing for an emotion for a player who's down and out has a lot of power too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. As a Pats fan, it's one of those that's eggshells to talk too much about there. What are you saying though, Paul? You're saying that you think they're going to show up with a bunch of passion and wail on the Patriots out of disrespect for the Patriots.
Yes. Well, we never had respect for you anyway.
Yeah.
Well, my pick for this game is Buffalo.
Okay.
I'm going with New England. I got to this late in the year. I know I've had some more logical picks in the past, but here. Yes, I'm going back there.
Oh no. Here comes better.
I believe in the Patriots being able to pull something off out of their rear ends for the sake of the Bob Kraft and everything the Kraft family stands for against Buffalo and the Bills Mafia. The Bills Mafia historically haven't had what it takes to beat New England overall. So I believe why would this weekend be any different?
Okay then.
Thank you, Christy, for my new cup.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
I'm having fun.
Betty wants to know what that was. Right, Betty? What was that, Betty? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, and then Buffalo over there for Paul. So I'm writing this down. I'm writing it down. So moving on, though, to the next game, we have Cleveland at Pittsburgh. And this is the last game we're going to be covering today. Pittsburgh's been on fire. It's at home in Pittsburgh. Like I said earlier in the podcast, I'm pro Pittsburgh again. I'm taking Pittsburgh in this one. I think although Cleveland is more competitive than they were at one point in the season, they're not. Yeah, but they're not doing great. They're honestly not doing great, and Pittsburgh's on this uptick right now. I believe Pittsburgh can take a win on this one.
I agree.
I'm going with Cleveland. Betty and I are going with Cleveland. Go Dogs.
Yeah.
We're Ohio fans here, so we're going with Cleveland. Right, Betty?
Right.
Yep.
So what are you
Jake
taking, Paul?
enjoyed the show.
No, I'm picking Pittsburgh because they're going up, man. They're not going to have a 50-50 season. They're going to always have a winning season. Tomlin.
I hear what you're saying.
No.
I hear what you're saying. I do. Okay.
Hey, Paul.
And you're going with Cleveland. Okay, there. Got it recorded.
What's the
Yeah.
In the
connection?
books.
What's the connection with Mike Tomlin and Hamlin? Because he said he's known him since he was 12.
Well, he played for Pitt, and then he played for Pittsburgh.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he played for Pittsburgh.
He
Oh,
played for Pittsburgh, and then he went to Buffalo for the past 2 years. So he knew him since he was 12. I mean, it was pretty tight. I mean, they were great.
Wait, because he was in high school down there?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, DeMar Hamlin's a Pittsburgher. Okay.
Yeah, played for
Yeah.
Pitt.
That's
So-
what he said. He turned down both Penn State and Ohio State to go to Pitt because he was from
Yeah.
West PA.
Yeah, but he also
Like us.
stuff like that. So yeah.
And 2/3 of this cast is coming out of West PA, so we got something in common here.
Well, it's awesome.
Well, we're all
Well,
Pennsylvanians.
Well, currently,
Yeah, actually, yes. Everybody here on the cast at this time is in Pennsylvania. Where we got West PA from from in your from me and Paul, and then you got East PA as far east as you can possibly get, and Liz over there. So Pennsylvania all the way, it seems, like it or not. So So closing statements today. Anything anybody wants to get off their chest? Anything that we want to?
I just want to commend the really quick action of the medical teams with Mr. Hamlin there.
My bad.
too soon.
I think
My
they-
bad. I didn't mean to hit that.
They were awesome with his care, and I think that was key to his recovery by getting CPR and getting his heart going. As quickly as they did, and watching the newscasters last night, and they were thrown into this, and they were never in that kind of situation, and I think that they handled it really well. Also, it was I think they did the best they could, given the circumstances, and thoughts and prayers with him, and just I can't wait to hear that he's walking out of that hospital.
I heard this, Liz. The best place to be in the world for an emergency situation like that was that hospital he went to.
Yeah.
But the second best place he went that you can be in is an NFL stadium of everything they have ready for you for emergency things like that.
Yeah.
And that's what's one of the things wow, that's great. All the medical things available for people to be right there.
Yeah.
So,
That is one of the advantages to the situation that the best of care, like you're saying, the best of care is right there with all the facilities. So you get the best chance of survival rate being on an NFL field, weirdly enough, isn't it?
It is.
Versus, okay. Made me think of the old Madden series where the ambulance used to drive right over all the other players to save one player.
Yeah.
Just saying that used to happen. Right now, though, I will say our update, in case anybody's wondering, as of 9/11, CNN does have an update as of 9/11 p.m. today, that he still remains in critical condition after his cardiac arrest. So that's where we're sitting at right now. Just saying the current update on his condition.
Thank you.
Awesome, guys. Great show.
Well, great show, everybody, and I look forward to making this thing do a lot more in the upcoming days.
Give me a voice. Give me a voice.
That's what I needed to hear.
Okay.
Today we have had a great episode, everybody. Good night, farewell, sweet dreams, and peace. Ciao.